Today we're talking about the Royal Norwegian Air Force and its connection to Toronto. In the late 1930s, wars started to look inevitable in Europe. Both the Norwegian Army and Navy started procuring military aircraft from the UK, Germany, and United States. On April 9, 1940, German forces invaded the small Scandinavian country of Norway. Many of those procured aircraft still lay packed within shipping containers, immobile and unready for battle. The small Norwegian Air Force held back the mammoth Nazi forces for surprisingly long, but would soon have to abandon efforts. The Norwegian government, monarchy, and military were exiled to Great Britain, where they could join their fellow Allied forces. In autumn of 1940, the Norwegian government, with the help of Canada and Great Britain, set up what would be named Little Norway in Toronto, Ontario. Little Norway, located at Queen's Quay in Bathurst, would serve as the main site of all Norwegian Air Force training. Now, Little Norway was just south of where I'm standing here. I'm at Lakeshore in Bathurst. Right over there was Maple Leaf Stadium, where the Toronto Maple Leafs baseball team played. Little Norway was just south of there. Soon enough, it was apparent things were too congested and small for the base. On June 20th, 1941, a Northrop N3PB plane collided with the brand new Sam McBride ferry. In fact, this is the same ferry boat many of you have taken to the island your entire lives. The young pilot clipped the top of the boat, killing both himself and instructor. The Toronto Star and others made it evident there were genuine chances of serious collisions happening in our downtown core. Soon enough, the newly named Royal Norwegian Air Force relocated to Muskoka, the site of present-day Muskoka Airport and Beaver Creek Correctional Facility. The location was larger, and in May 1942, Prince Olav of Norway officially opened the second location of Little Norway. In all, 3,000 to 4,000 Norwegians trained in Ontario during the Second World War, closing shop in 1945. Many of the men graduating from their training in Little Norway would go on to be successful and decorated pilots, battling the Nazis from their stations in Britain.
It takes many months of intensive training before the boys are ready for combat overseas. But Norwegian air and ground crews trained at Little Norway have, in steadily increasing numbers, already seen action on different battlefields.
The Allied forces would be victorious, and the collaborative efforts of Norway and Canada still shine brightly to this day.
Canada will always live in the hearts of the Norwegian boys.